Hey guys, OGalbina here, bringing you guys our BBL Season 8 Week 1 battle against Emil and his Montreal Scroopies. Emil is a really good friend of mine. Love him to death. He's my front office carry, and he's a phenomenal player. I'd really appreciate if you went down in the description, you clicked on his link, you went, dropped a like on his video, and you subbed to his channel. He makes great content. He's a very solid player. I'd love to if you showed him some support, as well as he has a pretty terrifying team this season. If you haven't seen it already, it's at the bottom of the screen. We're going to do a quick little team builder to go over what we're bringing, why we're bringing it, so you have that background knowledge and context going into the battle. Yeah, there's a timestamp on the screen as well as in the description on when the battle itself actually starts. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like as well as subscribe to the channel. Only about 40% of you guys that are watching the vids each and every week are actually subscribed, so if you might have thought you already subscribed, but didn't actually click the button, go ahead and click that button for me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that being said, let's do it. So, our team, if you did forget or haven't watched the draft analysis, go watch it. Is at the top of the screen, and it consists of Palkia, Tapu Koko, Ferrothorn, Urshifu Single Strike, Gengar, Seismitoad, Licky Licky, Uxie, Entei, and Regieleki, while our opponent's team is at the bottom of the screen, and it consists of Rayquaza, Aegislash, Nidoqueen, Slowking, Mienshao, Volcarona, Morpeko, Shiinotic, Type Null, Regirock, and Zamazenta crowned. Now, biggest stretch to me. What the hell I do about Rayquaza? Absolutely nothing. So my plan with Rayquaza is never give it a free turn, but we'll kind of talk about that all. But I don't have actual switches to Rayquaza, as nobody really does. The right Rayquaza coverage absolutely bullies me, so we have to be incredibly careful about it. Aegislash, very solid versus me. My Ghost immunity doesn't actually beat it. I think like a CC set, CC Shadow Claw kind of just bullies me in general. I think like a Swords Dance variant or even a Choice Band variant could be very scary for me over the course of the game. Nidoqueen, not only do I not switch into it well with the team that I'm bringing, but it's also the best Coco check in the game, so that's unfortunate. We get the best Coco check immediately, and we get one of the best Palkia checks immediately in Slowking as well. Absolutely munching on anything we do besides maybe Specs Thunders or Thunderbolts, but Specs is really hard to bring in this matchup, as well as we see things like Zamazenta, which I don't have good switch-ins to, and Shiinotic, which is a phenomenal Urshifu check if I'm choice, and honestly a solid Coco check as well, a solid Palkia check if we're not carrying the right coverage, and spoilers, as you can see on the screen, we're actually not. So we actually have a pretty tough matchup here. I have a very offensive game plan, despite you seeing Subtoxic here, on the first Pokemon. I have a very offensive game plan. I need to play this game incredibly aggressively. I think if we do, we can very much so get them off the back foot very early on, and we'll be fine. However, the moment I lose momentum, I think the moment I lose this game. So we're going to have to be very smart about how we play it. But yeah, that being said, let's jump into it. Our first one, we actually have a Palkia rocking out with Surf, Sub, Toxic, and Spatial Run. Pressure has its ability, 236 HP, 20 special attack, and max speed with a timid nature. Now, EVs wise, what is this thing meant to do? We have max speed timid just to speed tie a max timid Volk, as I do think that'll end up coming. 20 special attack is enough to Oko and no bulk Rayquaza with a spatial rend, and then we have the rest of our HP just to chew hits as much as possible. I know I said very offensive team where you have to play aggressive. I don't really need a lot of investment to really bully his team outside of Slowking, which the plan is to Subtoxic it down, force it down to points where it needs to regen out, or it's Intuit Q into Spatial Rend, and then really bully the rest of his team. We also have the Shiinotic that can switch into this spec in particular, or a potential Type Null, but Type Null doesn't appreciate trying to break my sub ever, and forcing him to rest early is really important if it does end up doing that. Plus, I have Electric Terrain to actually block rest potentially, so it might not even be able to do that or come because of that, which is really clutch. And then Surf plus Spatial Rend really does hit this team incredibly hard. Another benefit to sub is that we can always sub in front of an Aegislash, as we will be faster. We can sub down. It goes into its blade form, and then we can Oko with Surf, just like pretty easily. So this Pokemon's really great, despite the little bit of attack investment that it has. It actually does put on a lot of pressure on this team, and really helps us bully and wear down his team into range of the rest of our very offensive build. Next Pokemon we have is going to be Choice Scarf Gengar, Shadow Ball, Icy Wind, Sludge Bomb, and Trick. EVs wise, we got 28 HP, 4 defense, 4 special attack, or 4 def, max special attack and 220 speed with a timid nature. EV's wise, if we have enough speed for Mienshao, then we have max special attack and the rest in our bulk. This Pokemon is very, very solid. If Type Null doesn't come, there's no Ghost Resist because more Pico does not count. Having this Scarfer that's faster than Rayquaza and immune to E-Speed is also incredibly important. That's why we have the Icy one, because not only can we avoid, priority from it, we can also lower its speed back down to where it's slower than things like our eventual Tapu Koko, our Urshifu Single Strike, or as well as our Palkia, which is, again, very important, or another member that we end up having on the team, which I guess I can talk about in a little bit. But very, very solid mon in general. Just a solid revenge code. It's also great to have him on Scarf faster than Scarf Mienshao, as it can be a big nuisance for this build. So I obviously like that as well. We have Trick. If we end up not needing our Scarf anymore, we can Trick the Type Null, really cripple it that way, and still be faster than pretty much everything on his team naturally outside of the Zamazenta and other Scarfers, which is obviously great. So that's going to be Gengar. Next up, we got Tapu Koko rocking out with the Protective Pads. Electric Surge is his ability. Thunderbolt, Roost, Dazzling Gleam, and U-Turn. EV's wise, he got 220 HP, 180 special attack, and 108 speed with Timid Nature. EV's wise, we have enough speed for Zamazenta creeping a Gengar, so a little bit aggressive with the creep. We 3-8 KO and no HP Zamazenta, and then we have the rest in our HP. This Pokemon is a good pivot into both Mienshao and Zama. Zama's Behemoth Bash is still going to do a lot. Do not get me wrong, but it won't Oka me. At least pivot into it. It's a great way of revenging a non-boosted up Rayquaza, and since we're pretty bulky, we can chew up some E-Speeds. Now, we are Protective Patch, which is a very interesting item option, but I do think he's going to be like a, if not Rocky Helmet, at least Poison Point. Maybe both on the Nidoqueen, and I don't want to take that chip, as it's really going to, wear me down over the course of the game. It also helps to not get flame-bodied by a potential Volcarona, or Effect Spored by a potential Shiinotic, which would be, again, very, very annoying for me to deal with throughout the course of the game. So I would rather not, and I don't really need the Leftovers recovery. I don't really need any, attack boosting type item. And, boots-wise, I'm not super worried about his hazard potential, as it's really only rocks. And I think I do get free Roost opportunities throughout this game. So I'm not super worried about that. Pretty simple. Now, obviously, it's a very telegraphed Nidoqueen every time, but that's how we get in our Palkia for free. And we're able to exert a lot of pressure. Palkia is going to be incredibly important in that game in that respect. Next up, we have our Entei rocking out the heavy-duty boots. Pressure as its ability. Sacred Fire, Extreme Speed, Stone Edge, and Crunch. EV's wise, we got 84 HP, 172 attack, and max speed with the Jolly Nature. Obviously, EV's wise, we have enough speed to speed tie a Jolly Volcarona. If worse comes to worse, if it doesn't Quiver Dance up yet, we can potentially outspeed it and go for a Stone Edge, or just a Sacred Fire into E-Speed should kill. We live a Life Orb Dragon Ascent from full, so that we can always stay in and Stone Edge into E-Speed potentially and pick off the Rayquaza, as we are faster than it, which is great. And then we have the rest in our attack, just do a lot of damage, as he doesn't actually switch into this thing super great, as if Slowking's more Spadef to take on our Palkia, we can Sacred Fire it down, burn it, or if it's already toxic, which hopefully it is actually, we can crunch it and do a lot of damage. If it's weakened because of our Palkia, we can pick it off. It's a great way of bullying Aegislash. This is a great way of bullying the Volcarona. We can have a burn on Zama as we chew up a hit. We can burn even things like Regirock that want to potentially come, which would be great, and then, kind of take advantage of it with other things on our team. Though, to be fair, I don't think Regirock is the best version of my team in general, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it at the bench, so... Yep, that's going to be Entei. Pretty self-explanatory. It's a good soft check to Volcarona. We're always going to go hard into Entei as soon as Volcarona comes in, because once our team gets chipped outside of this, we can really lose to a Quiver Dance Volk. So we got to be very, very careful about that for sure. Next up, we have our Urshifu Single Strike, also rocking out with the Protective Pads. Unseen Fist is its ability. Wicked Blow, Poison Jab, Close Combat, and Sucker Punch. EV's wise, we are max speed, max special attack, max physical attack. Very, very self-explanatory set here. We're here to do some Damahe. That is about it. He doesn't switch into our stabs very well at all. And Poison Jab really does bully down the, what do you call it? The Shiinotic. I don't want to get flame bodied. I don't want to get chipped down with Helmet plus Effect Spore. So we're running with double pads this week, which might be interesting. Might come to bite me in the butt. Maybe life will be a little bit better, but I'm not too worried about it. It's a great way of bullying things like Type Null that we don't really break too well right now, or Slowking, or the Aegislash. If we can call the right switches, we can also really hit his only good Dark Resist and Zama with a big close combat. And then he's not going to appreciate that in the slightest. And then we can Poison Jab and, knock out, weaken Shiinotics and things like that if that ends up coming. Even if it's Kebia, we just need a little bit of chip prior and we'll do the damn thing. So that is going to be our Urshifu. Lastly, I said I don't know if I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it week 1, baby. We're rocking out Regieleki. Transistor has its ability, Life Orb as its item. We're rocking out with Thunderbolt, Extreme Speed, Explosion, and Volt Switch. Eevee's always got 28 HP, 52 attack, 4 defense, max special attack, and 172 speed with the whatever that is, Rash nature? Whatever is plus special attack and minus Spadef. Very interesting, right? We're bringing it versus the Nidoqueen team, but my idea is that if I can force the Nidoqueen in, and boom, I don't switch into a Veil, and I don't break it very well with the team that we have, so if I can force that big damage on it, I'm in a good spot. It's also a great way of revenging even a +1 Rayquaza. We do outspeed a +1 Ray. Now, I'm not outspeeding a +1 Volk, which might come to bite me in the butt, but I wanted that little bit of extra attack just to pick off things with E-Speed, which could even be clutch for the Volk, who knows. But I also have, plenty of ways, I think, to deal with the Volk, especially in Entei and Palkia being able to naturally chew up hits. So we have E-Speed to potentially pick it off if we need to. Boom is obvious for the Nidoqueen, and then nothing else on the team really appreciates Thunderbolt plus Volt Switch. We do a lot of damage to everything. But yeah, we're creeping up +1 Ray. We 2-hit KO a max HP Zama with the max special attack. Then we have a Life Orb number in HP, so we're ending in 9, and then we have the rest in our attack, do a little bit more damage with E-Speeds and Explosions, which is obviously going to be great. Obviously, we have to be careful about DD E-Speed Rayquaza, as it will knock us out at +1 pretty much guaranteed if it's Life Orb, and if it's Adamant, I believe it's a roll from full, and if we take any chip prior, it's definitely going down. But E-Speed, if we, don't allow that free setup, we can E-Speed and pick it off and have greater priority, which I think is very, very nice. But yeah, that is the team. I will be right back with the battle. Alrighty, guys, here we are with the battle. We are connected with Mr. Amel. Let's see what he ended up bringing. I am so rusty when it comes to doing, like, Wi-Fi Draft League matches. He has Ray. And I'm writing it down like it's BDSP. Good lord. Nido, Queen, Zamazenta, Slowking, Volcarona, and Aegislash. Okay, so I think in this instance, my best lead is still Palkia, because I really do pressure a ton of this team initially, and I think I force a very specific switch in, like, all instances. So I'm going to lead off with it, and I'm going to sub and Toxic and be a douche. That's the plan, at least. I really hope he's not, like, Rest Talk, Calm Mind, Slowking, because then I might lose. No, because I have Urshifu. Like, there's no shot. Yeah, no shot. There's no type null, so Shadow Ball endgame, mwah, very plausible. Incredibly plausible. I'm going to eat a little bit of pizza while I play, because I'm not making any money from this. You can't tell me I don't want to eat. We got from this killer, like, family-owned restaurant, too, so it's very good. But, again, good luck having Amel. Hopefully, we can grab a dub here. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so what is he going to lead off with? He leads off with the Aegislash, and regardless, I sub here. Guaranteed I sub here. Because if he wants to attack me, he'll be on shield for the next turn, and I'll be in a good position. So, it is time to sub up. Look how big Palkia is. Oh my lord. We're going to just sub here. Yeah, he's going to withdraw right into Slowking. I'd assume. Out comes the Slowking. I would have loved to maybe just Toxic there, but it's fine. Sub is just the safer play. Sub is just the safer play. So we're going to sub up, get a little bit of lefties back, which is great. And we are going to Toxic. Pretty darn freely. So we Toxic here. And hopefully hit. We do hit. Bam, baby. That is good stuff. This Pokemon is going to put on immense pressure early on. Immense pressure. He is going to Seismic Toss. Will this break my sub? It does. Am I not max HP? No, I literally can't avoid that. Okay, I literally can't avoid that. So, that's fine. Now, this turn, in all honesty, I really want to make a pivot out into Urshifu. Or I can sub one more time, to be completely honest, because I don't think he wants to let in a free Gengar. I really don't think he wants to let in a free Gengar. So I'm going to sub again. This is still decently healthy, too. He's just going to Side Toss again. Okay. Well, this is fine. I can also go Urshifu, I feel like. I can pretty freely go Urshifu, to be completely honest. There's no Shiinotic, too, which makes me very sad. But honestly, it's all good. He's going to take a little bit more Toxic. He hasn't shown an item yet. And I think I am going to make that Urshifu play. Just because I can. We're going to switch out. Obviously, we're faster, so if he switched himself, won't really matter. All too much. But another Seismic Toss is going to come out. Yes, he does not want to let me keep up a sub, which is definitely fair. And here, I honest to God feel comfortable just clicking Close Combat. I feel pretty comfortable clicking Close Combat, and I'm going to do it. Screw your Zamazenta, I want damage. Yeah, there's no way he stays in. We're going to have to play very aggressively this game. Out comes Big Zama. This is going to do nothing. But maybe we can scout a little bit of damage. Which is definitely solid. Urshifu. Zamazenta. Oh, wow. Is that a crit? Goddamn, that did a lot. Okay, that's great. That is so good for me. Because I think I just make a Coco pivot pretty freely. Yeah, I make a Coco pivot. I'll chew a Behemoth Bash if worse comes to worse. And we'll go from there. Yeah, that's beautiful. That is great. I will for sure take that. Tipping this thing down in range of Shadow Ball is going to be very clutch. He steals the Raid. There's no type null. So my Shadow Ball endgame is looking very nice. We just have to position it. And we're going to have to play very aggressively, like I said. I don't think I have a matchup where I can play passively. He's going to make a double. It's fine. We should be able to U-turn on anything. Volcarona is going to come in. Which means I just U-turn into my Entei. I just U-turned Entei. So, he was scouting for Scarf there, which makes sense. I don't think I can really risk bluffing that, though. I'm just going to U-turn very freely. He, honest to God, could go into Nidoqueen just to scout and see if I'm physical, because if I'm, like, physical and I do it... Yeah, maybe not. I'm Protective Pad, so I actually don't have to worry about being burned right here, which is nice. Just not chipping myself down. And here, I just go free Entei. Always. Entei is incredibly free. Now, he could U-turn, and that would put me in a disadvantageous position. But it wouldn't be the end of the world. If he's not Quiver Dance, that means he's not Quiver. And I doubt he's Quiver U-turn. Yeah, okay, good play, Emil. Good play. Now, we know he's not Scarf, though. He could be Boots. I don't believe I have Rocks on this team, though. No, I don't. No Rockabrooskies on this team. Unfortunate, but it's all good. So, Slowking's going to come out. It's going to take just a wee bit of damage. Now, I feel comfortable going Coco. Now that I've gotten a chip on Sama that I need, I feel very comfortable going Coco. Like, incredibly comfortable going into it. So we're going to go Coco. Scald's going to come out. I'm fine with this thing getting burned. As it does get burned. Unfortunate. But it's all good, bro. It is all good. Now, I don't think this thing wants to stay in. Even if it does, I can kind of pivot around it to an extent. Because I don't think he Seismic Tosses me here. I'm going to go ahead and U-turn pretty freely. Nidoqueen should come out. I would be very surprised to see otherwise. And I should be in an okay position. Is he just going to stay in? No, he's not. Okay, good. Nidoqueen, bro. So out it comes. As I am going to get a pretty darn free Palkia. I'm going to start being annoying again. I feel pretty comfortable going for a Spatial Rend here. I don't think he gives this up to me, because I think Electi actually just 6-0s him. I'll be able to see item right here if he's Black Sludge or whatever he may be. He may be Helmet, Poison Point, which is really something I'm kind of expecting. Obviously, we'll see it after this turn, or after I get my leftovers. He is Black Sludge, so that's good to know. Now, again, I really do not think that he can afford letting this take a hit. So I'm just going to Spatial Rend. Because it does the most damage possible to that Slowking coming in. And puts me in an okay spot. Slowking is going to come in. I am just going to Spatial Rend. I don't know its moveset yet. Look at that sick animation. That looks baller. Okay, that does... Oh, that was a crit. Okay, I was like, that does a ridiculous amount of damage. But I can just sub up here. I feel pretty comfortable subbing up here. Because he's taking a bunch of chip. I can also calc and see if he is AV based on the damage. It looked like I did about 35. Palkia. Slowking. Spadef. With a crit. So he is Assault Vest. Oh, no, let's move back to Sassy. With Assault Vest. But he's not max Spadef. So if I don't get a crit, he's still in a pretty tough spot. To be quite honest. Now here, I think I am just going to Spatial Rend. Because I'll 2-hit KO him at this point. Especially with the toxic damage, I will for sure 2-hit KO him. I think I can just Spatial Rend twice. Oop. I you guys get a little bit of ASMR while I'm playing too. I'm just going to Spatial Rend though. Palkia doing its thing. That is a 2-hit KO. As he S-tosses again. But we're slowly going to get this leftovers back. And we'll KO him here. And we'll get another extra turn of leftovers as well. Putting us around half, a little bit under half. Which is solid. Surf looks like it is a roll to KO. I could make the Surf play. Because I think it'll pick off Zama. And I think I'm going to make that play. Because he's also not max Spadef. Yep. He's going to pivot. He's going to pivot out into the Zama. Hopefully we can pick it off here. Come on. Give me this KO. Give me this KO. I really want it. I don't think that's a KO. Now that I actually look at it. Zamazenta is going to take not enough to be 2-hit KO'd. I'm for it. Honestly, it's fine though. Okay. Now, I really think a close combat comes out here. Or Behemoth... He has to CC, actually, right? To kill me? So I think I'm going to make a really aggressive Gengar play. This might be the most psychopath shit I've ever done in my life. But I'm going to make the play. I don't think you can afford to Behemoth Bash here. And I don't think you're rest against my terrain. That's cool. Oh, we're playing aggressive. Now I get my kill. Guaranteed. Give me one. Give me one. So, we will Shadow Ball. Be in an okay position. I don't think there's a Pokemon he can't give me here. I don't think there's a position where he doesn't give me a Pokemon. Besides going Nidoqueen. And that is so good for me. He goes Volt. Fine. Is this 2 KO? Because I'm Scarf. That actually did nothing. And I am, once again, out into Entei. And we will do the thing. Once again. So, out comes Entei. And if he doesn't U-turn here, I get a KO guaranteed. He does. Okay. That's fine. I could have made that play and called it, but I don't think I really need to. Slowking can't come out. It'll die to Crunch. Like, for sure. It will die to Crunch. Okay. Out comes Slowking. This dies. I'm just clicking Crunch. I'm just clicking Crunch. And I don't think there's much he can do to stop it. I think we've pretty much confirmed he's AV at this point. He doesn't have good pivots into this Pokemon. Maybe I should have calced. To see if Sacred Fire killed. It's all good, though. Zama's gonna come out, but I can just E-speed it after. Yeah, I'm just gonna E-speed it after. I don't need to be Scarf, or like show him that I'm not Scarf. Like it does not. Ooh. That quite literally did not kill. Zamazenta Trout. That looks like it's a roll, but I don't have a switch in. I think I want to click E-Speed really bad. Am I faster than everything on his team already? This Pokemon is so good here, though. Like, ridiculously good here. So I don't know if I necessarily want to make that play. I could go hard Coco, because I quite simply do not think he makes the play of staying in. But then I'm in another 50-50 position where I U-turn out and then I have to, you know, pick a Pokemon again. Can I just E-Speed here? And take a roll, maybe? I'm going to E-Speed. I think it might pick him off. Ah! Maybe I should have just Sacred Fired. I don't think this picks him off, though. Does it? Let's go! Okay, cool. So Zama's gone. Perfecto. Mwah. Now, Ray can come out. But I always Stone Edge it. Always Stone Edge it. Nidoqueen comes out. What do I want to go into here? I could click Sacred Fire. I could click Sacred Fire, try and get some damage on this thing. What's left? This Pokemon is so unbelievably good, though, in this game. Like, ridiculously good in this game. I could go Urshifu, as I don't think I need it very much. No, Urshifu is better than, like, Gengar, even, at cleaning up this game. I feel comfortable enough just going for a Sacred Fire, I think. Especially if he wants to rock up or something like that. That is not a 2-hit KO, unfortunately. And we are going to see an Earthquake come out. That's tough. I think we die here. We might live. We do live. Clutch. I would have loved a crit there, but it's okay. I'm just going to Sacred Fire again. Maybe I should have saved that. I don't know what my pivot out into Earth Power was, though. Even if this is defensive Nidoqueen, I don't have switch into just a Earthquake on this build. I quite literally do not. If you would have went more offensive Nidoqueen to exert a little bit more pressure, I would have been screwed. So, regardless, it is my play to Sacred Fire here. Let's get awesome damage. Burn? No burn. Unfortunate. It's all good, though. Nidoqueen is going to take out our Entei, but that gives me yet another switch in to my Palkia, which is yet another KO. I think I go into Palkia. Let's see Nidoqueen with Earthquake. Do you break my sub if you're defensive? Because I'm pretty sure you're defensive based on that damage. You do. Do I Oko max HP Nidoqueen with a Spatial Rend? What about max Spadef? I think I have the time to calc this. I actually should. So I'm just going to Spatial Rend. Maybe I should have Surf. Maybe Surf was a little bit safer of a play. But he's going to switch. Okay. Give me Slowking. Let's go. So we're going to Spatial Rend. Do a chunk of damage Aruskis. We're going to get even more lefties back, which is great. And he's forced in a position where he kind of has to Seismic Toss here. I think I'm actually going to make that Urshifu play. I'm actually going to make that Urshifu play, I think, right here. We're going to go hard Palkia. Hard Urshifu here. Save a little bit of health on Palkia, as I'm not worried about taking this hit. I'm not as worried about taking this hit. As he is going to go ahead and do that. Now, I could U-turn. Oh, I don't have U-turn on this set. I'm Sucker Punch. I'm just going to Wicked Blow. I'm just going to Wicked Blow. He is going to withdraw the Slowking and save it. And go out into Volcarona. I think this just dies. It should die. We're Protective Pads, so we actually will not lose. Or, what do you call it as well? Which is great. It's a crit! Sorry, Amo. I didn't mean to hack you, bro. I'm gonna knock that thing out. Now, what's up next? I'm pretty sure his whole team dies to this Pokemon. Or has the potential to. Rayquaza comes out. Oh, I think I'm in a position where I need to attack this thing, though. I think I am in a position where I need to attack this thing. Or I can go hard Coco. I think going hard Coco is actually my better play. Because Coco will either die. Or, even better, no, it's better if I die. But if he Dragon Dances, I can D-Gleam and put him in range of, anything else on my team. Or, I don't know. Maybe if he's SD, I'm in a bad spot? Am I in a bad spot if he's SD? We're gonna pop our Surge here. I think we still die to a Dragon Ascent here. I don't think we live. Here's gonna DD. Poco to Rayquaza. If we Dazzling Gleam, I'm pretty sure we put him in range of E-Speed from our Regieleki. And we should be faster as well. We also have our Gengar, which can Icy Wind this thing. So I am going to Dazzling Gleam. It is my only play. Because Gleam should put him in range. I'm pretty sure it should put him in range. Because I'm pretty sure my Urshifu just wins the game if I just save it a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see. My Regieleki and Terrain also just kills this thing. And +1 E-Speed does not kill me. Life Orb does. But if he's not Life Orb. If he's not Life Orb, he doesn't kill me. Which is good to know. And my Aleki will just kill him. He has E-Speed. Okay. Are you Life Orb? I'll be Life Orb. You're not Life Orb. So I could go into that. I could also go Gengar. Which I think is my better play. Because I'm pretty sure I Icy Wind into E-Speed. I'm pretty sure I Icy Wind into E-Speed. And that is my best play. Yeah. Provided I don't miss, I guess. But I'd like to keep my Aleki around because it can boom on the Nidoqueen. A little bit hit from Aether Slash and can kill that thing. So I'm going to Icy Wind. With my Scarf Gengar. And we are creeping max Mienshao, so we definitely outspeed this thing. We are going to hit. He is, what do you call it? Icy. He is a Yachi, which is unfortunate. Oh, shit. Does that put me in a bad spot? Dragon Ascent. Okay. So if he's at -1 defense. If he's at -1 defense. He's at +1 attack. I am faster than him with this Palkia. Is it my play to go Palkia? Chew up an extreme speed, because I definitely do. Even if he is adamant, I should live one. And then I keep health on my Regieleki to be able to do damage afterwards. Because after this, I'm pretty sure his whole team loses to Urshifu. Or do I go Aleki, live in E-Speed, and Thunderbolt? I think I go Aleki, live in E-Speed, and Thunderbolt. Let's go Regieleki. If he's adamant, it's a roll, though. And I think at that position, I can potentially lose. I think it's my play to go Palkia. Because I don't know if he's adamant or not. Damn. If he's adamant, it's a roll for me to die to that hit. And he's quite simply not in range. But after an Icy Wind, I should be out of range. Even if he is adamant on this thing. And I will Spatial Rend. For sure. That is by far my best play. Ugh, Gengar could have won. Gengar could have won. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown Gengar away. I don't know, but if he's sneak on AG, I don't think I can win either. I don't know. I don't know. Ugh. I'm spooked. I am spooked. I wish I would have just Wicked Blowed this thing earlier. It's just a scary endgame. I think we can still win it, but gonna withdraw. Aegislash is gonna come out. Okay, I always sub on this thing. I always sub on this thing. And I can surf it the next turn. Right, sub. We are going to sub. And go from there. He didn't want to give up the Ray, which makes sense. It's a good E-speed priority for potential weaken to Lecky. But we should still chew up hits. Wait, Destiny Bonds. Are you Scarf? He's Scarf Aegislash. Okay. I need to keep that in mind. I will not kill him from here. He's Scarf AG, right? Because there's no way... That's not priority, obviously. And there's no way he outspeeds my Palkia that outspeeds... Interesting development. Very interesting development. From this position, I just spatial run, right? I can't let him stall me out. That's also a no-no. But I think we're fine. We're just going to spatial run here. Because he does stay in. Did we get a crit? Oh, that's big. I'm sorry, Emil. That's actually big. Because I don't think I'm in a losable position from here. Wow, I feel bad. That crit was massive. That was a huge crit. And I'm saying that with a face full of pizza, which makes me feel even worse. Wow. I feel super bad about that one. As this thing's gonna come out and I just surf. Oh, I feel really bad. That sucks. Because I think Palkia wins now. I think Palkia wins just outright on its own. Because he's Scarf, I kill him. And then I'm faster than everything else. Head smash. Oh, that's kind of crazy. He's going out with a bang. I feel bad. I think I still could have won that endgame. But that crit made it so much easier. God, that is so much recoil. But we're just going to surf. We wouldn't have killed him with a regular surf if he Destiny Bonded there, so that's why I felt comfortable not going for that. If, you know, that makes any sense. But, this should seal the game, because we just spatial ran the Ray. We don't die to a, Adamant E-Speed. Even a crit E-Speed, I don't think. Let's see. To our Palkia. Yeah, even crit does not kill me. Adamant crit does not kill. So unless he's Scarf that isn't locked into moves, we should lock up this game. Oh, I feel bad. I'm sorry, Emil. That crit was really, really big. Because it just made it to where he couldn't pivot around me anymore. And Palkia just beat everything else on the team. So at least, like, it would have given him a chance. I think I was still on the offensive, you know, on the up. But that doesn't help, obviously. Oh. Well, Palkia putting in the utmost of work in week 1. I was kind of nervous about drafting this thing. It's kind of lackluster compared to a lot of other Ubers. And it went absolutely buck wild for us this game. So GG's to Emil. I do feel bad about the crit, but I'm actually very happy with how we ended up playing that game. And the build that we had. I think we played very aggressively and we were able to put ourselves in an advantageous position. And Palkia put in the utmost of work. And that's always fun to see your Uber, your round 1 pick go crazy in week 1 of the league. Definitely go check out Emil in the description below. Obviously, we beat him here, but I think as a player, Amol is better than me. I think he is phenomenal. I think once he gets his foot in this YouTube stuff, he'll start putting out some banger videos and some banger content. He's an awesome dude. Please go check him out in the description below. I'd really appreciate it if you want to drop a nice comment, drop a like on his vid, and drop a sub to his channel. I don't know where he's at right now, but if we can, inflate that number, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and sub if you're new. That being said, see you guys next time. Later.